Welcome to No Rules Review with your host, Ethan Millay. Hey everybody, Ethan Millay here, and today we're going to look at Kerala, Der Weg der Elefanten by Kirsten Heise. I don't know how to speak German. Kerala is a game for 2 to 5 players in which you are tile laying. You're building a group of tiles of different colors, trying to keep the colors together. On a player's turn, they're going to pull tiles from a bag equal to the number of players. They then take one of those tiles, and it goes around in player order with everybody taking a tile. And you're going to be putting these tiles down in front of you. You are trying to create big groups of single colors. There's 5 colors in the game. You want to have 5 big groups of those colors, one of each color. At the end of the game, you get to lose points for every secondary or tertiary group of colors of the same color. So you don't want to have, a group of green over here and then a small batch of green over there. You'll lose points. And you'd say, well, easy enough, right? I'm grabbing tiles, I just lay them down. What makes it difficult is that you are forced to move and lay tiles based off of where your elephants are. Hence the elefanten in the title. You have 2 of these gorgeous little wooden elephant tokens that stand on the tiles. And on your turn, when you take a tile, the elephants have to move orthogonally onto the new tile. So you're limited in terms of where you can place a tile. At any one point, you have, at the most 8 locations to put a tile. And as the elephants move, they get further and further away from each other, and your options get more and more limited. So you have to be very careful when you're planning. Now, you can, during the game, if you don't want to take a tile, lay an elephant on its side, and I guess the elephant still slides around the city on its side, which is a really weird sight. But you can only do that twice. And if you keep them standing, you get a point at the end of the game. This is another one of those games. You win by having the most points. So you want to make sure you have lots and lots of tiles in each of the 5 colors confined to their own areas. You are allowed to place tiles on top of other tiles. That's one way you can try to sort of cover up a mistake. There are tiles in the game that let you sort of teleport your elephant, Dumbo Drop style, anywhere within the city. And there are tiles that let you move other tiles around. So you do have some options, if you can get them, that allow you some amount of, do-over to fix a mistake you made. So, like I said, 2 to 5 players. It plays great with all the counts. You alter the number of tiles that are in the game based on the number of players. Obviously, with 5 players, all the tiles are in the game. But when you do alter it, the amount of turns are roughly equal, and it plays so quick, no matter what the player count, because the person whose turn it is takes this bag, they pull out the number of tiles, they take one, and everybody else just takes one, you all put them down in your city, it's the next turn, and it just goes around and around and around like that. So, increasing number of players doesn't significantly increase the gameplay length. The only thing it might is if people are, analysis paralysis prone, but because you are limited in where you can put the tiles, there's not that many options, and it's usually pretty obvious every turn what the good tile is. So, people would say, well, that's not an interesting decision. The interesting decisions come with fixing the mistakes you're forced to make, because you will be forced to take a tile you don't want, put it somewhere you don't want, and then you have to spend the rest of the game, while you're also putting down tiles you want, trying to figure out how you can fix that mistake. It's a great game, beautifully produced, plays fast, real light, but not too light. This is it's a family style, a family weight game. I don't know if I'd put it quite in the next step length or weight, but it's a good game for families, good game for gamers. I really like having, and this is not really related to the game, it's really nice to have a game designed by a woman, because that's not very common in this hobby of ours. The shelves behind me, I can probably count on one hand, if even that. I might only need a couple of fingers, the number of games that are designed by women. So to have something like this that's designed by a woman is great to have. We need more things like that. Unfortunately, this one does not seem to be in publication in English. I got this from Amazon.de. It wasn't very expensive. This is the kind of game, I don't know why they don't pick it up and bring it over here. I think it would do quite well. It's a very nice game, like I said. It's the kind of game you can play and just be talking with people while you're playing it. You don't need to be sitting there staring down at your tiles, trying to figure out what you want to do. You can, but you can also just treat it very lightly and be having a conversation while you're playing the game. at the end of the game, it's one of those games, it's so nice, it looks so pretty because everybody has their tiles out, and you get these big, beautiful blotches of colors. Scoring is real simple. People just remove the smaller groups of each color if they have them, and then you add up, each tile has elephants on it, and that's the number of points they're worth. Let's see if I can find. There we go. Like this guy is a black tile that has 2 elephants, so it's worth 2 points. So it's real simple. You just say, okay, how many points in red, how many points in green, purple, blue, black, and that's it. So scoring the game, dirt simple. Playing the game, very easy to understand. This is one of those games you can describe the rules in a breath to somebody. You don't need to spend much time because it's very simple. You take a tile and you play it. That's it. So if you're looking for something, if you're on Amazon.de looking for something to add to an order, I would highly recommend Kerala, Der Weg der Elefanten, as a great game for anybody. This killed Carcassonne for me. This does what Carcassonne does, but I think it does it better. So this has been Ethan Millay with another No Rules review. If you like what you saw, share, like, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye now. This has been another No Rules review by Ethan Millay. If you enjoyed this video, consider sharing, commenting, liking, and most importantly, subscribing. For this and other great games, join us over on BoardGameGeek.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.